You're touring down under with England. I think we'll go to the start. How did you get involved in wheelchair rugby league?
Yeah, mine's kind of a long story. So I grew up playing rugby league and then joined the army, and then I was a soldier for about 9 years. I got injured in Afghanistan. I stepped on an improvised explosive device and lost both my legs. And then after going through my rehabilitation, I was down at the Paralympics and watching sport down there and team sport. And then when I moved back to Leeds and left the army, I really wanted to get into sport and kind of find what I saw down there, and that's when I found wheelchair rugby league, and then went along to a few training sessions and then started playing in the first team the year after, and that was 2013, so I've been playing ever since.
And it must have been really good for you to find wheelchair rugby league after that horrific incident.
Yeah, it was massive. Do you know, I tried a few different sports and I tried a few different things after I left the army, and when I found wheelchair rugby league, it felt like that was what I was supposed to be doing, and I kind of jumped straight into it, and it gave me a lot of things that I missed from being in the military, like the kind of the teamwork and the camaraderie and all that stuff. I kind of got a lot of that back from being with the players.
And did you ever think at the time that you'd be down representing your country in Australia a few years later?
No. If you just said 10 years ago, next month since I got injured, and if you even said to me like the day after getting injured, 10 years from now you'll be on like a groundbreaking tour in Australia, first time it's been done, and you'll be playing Queensland and New South Wales and playing the Aussies, I wouldn't have believed it for a second. And to be here now doing it, it's mental, yeah, but it's awesome.
You touched on the camaraderie and the team ethics, I guess. What's the mood like in camp? What's the team gelling like?
Brilliant, yeah. We kind of, after the last World Cup, we had a bit of a year out from internationals, and then earlier this year we went to France, and everyone got on brilliantly over there. I think it's the best we've been as a team, really, do you know, over there. And then we've taken that into this tour as well, and just kept building on that. And I think everyone's in a really good place with each other now, and you know, it feels like we're more than just a team of players. Everyone's really good friends, and everyone kind of has got each other's back. And especially in a team like this, where you've got a mixed bag of disabilities as well. So you'll see it at breakfast, like someone might not be able to manage carrying something, so someone will just go and grab it. Nobody says anything, and they'll be like, right, I'll just grab that for you. And it's got to the point now where everyone's kind of instinctive with each other and things like that. And it's incredible to be part of it, yeah.
I guess those team ethics and that team bonding are kind of amplified more in the wheelchair team, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's done wonders for me as a disabled athlete. I didn't grow up disabled, I became disabled, so it's done wonders for me kind of coming to terms with my disability and being comfortable with it. And then I think being in this camp, you get really comfortable with kind of your disability and other people's disabilities, and then you bounce off each other as well. It's kind of like nothing's off the cards when you're kind of in a bit of a jokey mood and you're taking the mick out of each other. You can get away with saying things you wouldn't normally get away with saying in the real world about people's disabilities and stuff, but that's because you know them, and you know that it's all just in-house jokes.
So obviously the tour started up in Queensland. What did you do up there?
Yeah, Townsville was amazing. There's no wheelchair rugby league up there, so we flew up and landed there. And that first night we went along to the Cowboys Stadium to have a look at that getting built, and then went along to their like big community club where we were welcomed with open arms, and they couldn't do enough for us. And the test match against North Queensland was the first time there's been any games played up there, and it just happened to be like an international kind of exhibition game, and it was phenomenal. The crowd were brilliant, the team were brilliant, and it wasn't just a game, it was a lot more. You could feel the community really wanted to get behind it, and I'm hoping what we did up there will help grow the game up there and show people what the game is about, and more people get involved.
And now you're down in Sydney, obviously. I think you went to Bondi Beach yesterday. What did you make of that?
Yeah, well, I've been before. Yeah, I came here in 2017 to follow the Men's World Cup, and I had to go back to Bondi. I love it there. For me, it's like me and my partner stayed there for a week, and like just on Bondi Beach. So I had to get back there just to remember what it was about and just really enjoy it. And it's a really iconic place to me, and to me, it's what I think of as Australia when I come over here. So I loved it. Yeah, I just loved having a coffee and just sitting there and kind of watching the waves come in, and because the sun was going down as well, were incredible.
And obviously there's some brilliant life experiences coming down under, but they've come here with a job to do, and that's to beat Australia.
Yeah.
What do you expect from them?
They're going to be tough. Yeah, I wasn't in the England setup in 2013, but then I was in 2017 at the World Cups, and speaking to the players who were there in 2013, the jump they came from 2013 to 2017, they improved massively, so we're expecting a massive improvement from when we played them 2 years ago. They're a good side anyway. I mean, we played them in 2017 in the semi-finals, so they're a semi-final team at least. you see a lot of the running game stuff, because rugby league's so big down here, especially in Sydney. You see a lot of running game traits slide into their game as well. You'll notice a lot of things, so we've just got to be ready for that, and we've really got to back our defence. I think in these big games, it's all about the defence and the completion, so we've just got to back our defence and just take whatever they can throw us, and then just when the time's right, just punch back and kind of make our mark on them.
And you mentioned this being a groundbreaking tour. How good is it that the RFL and the EPU have backed the wheelchair team and sent them down under to help further grow the wheelchair game?
Yeah, it's massive. It's I think I've seen more growth in the game in the past 16 months than I've seen in years, and it's all because of obviously us coming in now into 2021, and we've been taken into the EPU. So the England team now has this level of accountability we never had. I mean, you've got like Kevin, everyone at the top, and then our coaches are accountable to him. We're accountable to them, and it feels like the bar's just gone up and up and up, and it keeps going up, and everyone's really embracing it because everyone wants that extra level of professionalism creeping into the game, and I think it's brought us a lot better it's made us a lot better as a team as well, knowing that we have to adhere to these standards now, and you know that the same as the men and the women are getting. But yeah, the game now, for me, I started, there were 6-7 teams, and now we're up to 20 plus with more teams starting, going into the World Cup. We've got an army team, we're down here, do you know, it's incredible, and it's only going to get bigger, and we saw it in Townsville. You know, it's only going to get bigger now.
And all this growth, but for the EPU, there's one big target, and that's the 2021 World Cup, and that's what we're all building towards. Do you think England are on the right path to go to 2021 and win that Wheelchair World Cup?
Yeah, massively. I think us going over to France earlier this year, playing France in France and beating France in France was a massive statement, and obviously they beat us in the final in 2017. So that first test where we beat them was like a replica of the World Cup final, and to beat them over there I think was a big shock to them, and it really showed what we're about now, and it showed kind of the small improvements we've made. So I think by the time the World Cup comes around, we're going to be in the best position we've ever been to win it. And then you throw into that the little things like home soil, you know, and home fans, and maybe those things are going to be those little 1%ers and those factors that give us that edge.